I'm Mistress Katherine, and on today's episode of Bondage on a Buck, we are going to make a toy for all you electric lovers out there. So if you do a little bit of electric play, then you're going to like this toy. So what you're going to need is a metal tube. I chose copper only because it was the only thing I could find, so I didn't have to cut it. But any metal tube would work. I chose a 1/2 inch in diameter, and this is 12 inches long. But if you go to any home improvement store that's kind of big, I'm sure you'll find other piping. This I paid like $3 for, and it was $3 because it was, well, copper. Copper's more expensive. You don't need copper, just standard metal is just fine. A scissors, electrical tape. I assume you have this stuff already because it's really good for covering nipples and, well, there's all sorts of fun uses. You're gonna need glue stick and the glue gun. I assume we already have those. And I have a piece of leather strap. You can use anything sturdy because this is going to be the handle. And then if you were lucky enough to get my Twitter notice that you need to go to Target right now and pick this up. So for St. Patrick's Day, Target had these wigs. Now, you may think, okay, what's a wig have to do with the electrical toy? Well, the cool thing is, as you notice that some of these electrical toys, there is a photo right there of what we're gonna do. But I saw that at the dungeon, and I was like, we can make that for a lot less. Anyway, so back to Target. So for St. Patrick's Day, they had these wigs, and the metal in the wig, there's something in the wig where the electricity just goes right through it. It's so cool. So even if you miss the St. Patrick's Day thing, this is only $1. So Target for $1. After the holiday was over, after St. Patrick's Day was over, it was only 50 cents. So I wouldn't pay more than $1 for this. Now this flogger you will not be using to hit because it'll come apart. I tried that with a real one and yeah, I didn't know what it was at first. So I just started whipping a sub and I realized, oh, it's coming apart, and it created quite a mess. So if you have electrical toys where, where you would, has like a metal piece you can put against your skin, either through your panty or in your brassiere. Put the metal there, and then the electricity runs through your body, and then you're touching metal, and it goes through the metal. And do that all over your slave or sub, just like, there we go. That's why he's here. This is Blue Bunny. I know, quite obvious, but he's been with me forever. All right, so we're gonna locate the top of this. Wow, okay. So just find the top, and we're gonna start cutting. Careful not to cut your fingers. Okay, cool. And at the very top, there's a bunch of this stuff. Just cut right through it. There. So then you have a nice long piece. There's a tag in here. You can just cut the tag out. We don't need that. Of course, if you had the time, you could take all that apart, or I guess that works too. However you want to do it, and I'm really destroying it. We'll try that. Let's try that. I've never made one of these before, but I saw it. I'm like, well, it can't be that hard. Okay. Let's see. almost done. And if some of it rips off, don't worry about it. You probably don't need all of this anyway. Okay. Good enough. So, we will straighten all that out, but first, let's warm this glue gun up. So that's warming. Start sorting. And you'll probably find these wigs for Mardi Gras, and that'll be silver and yellow and purple. Oh, so let's see, since a lot of this is gone, just cut the rest off. All right, cool. Just clean all this off over here. Okay, that's much better. And also too, I just thought of something. For bicycles, a lot of times they have these streamers and bicycle handles. I believe those would work too, as long as they're not plastic. And also, I believe the little girl cheerleader pom-poms, as long as they're like the Mylar stuff, they should work. Then you don't have to worry about cutting a wig. But hey, it's $1. Or if you're lucky, 50 cents. So now we're going to take the hot glue and we're going to put it all up in this right here. Go around the edges, fill it up, not fill the whole thing, but fill up the circle. Okay, and now I'm going to shoot some in here too, just all over up in here, inside. Now this is the part we hope we did it correctly. And you shove it inside. There. Cool. So now you have your own little wand. All right, but now we're not done. It looks completely unfinished. So what I like to do, first we are going to unplug the hot glue, because otherwise it'll go everywhere. Actually, yeah, we don't need it anymore. Leave it a little bit at the end. All right, so what you could do is take this and bring this into the sink and use hot water and scrape it all off. So I'll do that later, but you'll eventually get this off. All right, what I like to do is I like to take this black electrical tape, and this is just more for looks than anything. Smooth it. And put it right here and here. This is just for looks. Make it nice and tight. Around for a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And of course, if you don't like the way this handle looks, you can always paint it if you want it black or red or whatever color. All right, now we're going to attach the handle. So if you wanted to use hot glue, you could on this. Maybe I will, just so I can get it started. So hot glue there. And then about on the other side. And if it's messy, don't worry about it. You'll be covering it up anyway. There we go. Then we'll cut about this much. You're just basically going to use it to cover the end. We'll do one more. All right, then we're going to cover the rest of it. Now if you're going to paint it, I would suggest using black enamel, just because that's the paint that I prefer. It seems to last longer. All right, I'm going to do a couple more turns. And then we're done. Makes me want to try it out. Here, bunny. So have fun with your new toy. What kind of toys do you have around your house? I'm betting you have more than you think. Now earlier we made an electrical toy, well, accessory. Now, what happens if you don't have a violet wand to use that accessory with? And you still want to do a little bit of shocking play. Well, you are in luck. I'm pretty sure every household has a 9-volt battery. And I'm sure you've done this as a child, where you had your tongue out and you put your battery on your tongue, because that's a way to test the battery, naturally. Well, all you'd have to do on your submissive is lick and then apply the battery on the wet spot. Oh, it didn't work as it should. Well, this might be an old battery. It's not working as someone mentioned to me. Well, if nothing else, you can still have them stick out their tongue. Probably have to force them to. And when I say forced, forced. I don't want to get any complaints about, But Mistress Katherine is telling people they should do things against their will. It's called role play, dear. And it's all consensual. So, there. So of course just make them stick out their tongue and put this on there. I'm gonna test this out because maybe this is a dead battery and it's not working as it should. It's working. Some shocks. Of course I have no idea how old this is, but anyway, try it out on yourself, and if nothing else, just have them stick out their tongue and put the battery on there in different spots. You know, make it fun. Well, it is fun. So enjoy, and see if you can come up with some other things around your house you can play with.